Board games is what I'm going to play. Board games, and I'll try to make board games. Board games, it's what I'm going to play. Board games, board games, watch me as I play. And I might have a bit of a chit chat, and I might talk about this and that. Today I going to play Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies. And we will play this game outside. It's a roll and write game. It's what we're going to play. A roll. Wait, what I'm going to play. I mean, I would love you to join in, but anyway, we've already thrown off the rails, and this is 4 p.m. My new stream is 4 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm going to be playing a thing. It's honestly a way for me to try and this is the first ever episode of Playful Shenanigans, so we will see how it goes. I'm going to be playing a game and chatting. Actually, maybe I should say Playful Shenanigans. Playing Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies by Rita Modal, who is also the designer of Men at Work and King of 12. Tiz Creole, who is my co-designer for Seize the Power and is a wonderful visual artist, and also Bez. And I should say it's a prototype. Okay. Whoops, sorry about this. Yep, this is the first ever episode, and this is the first time that I've learning all sorts of things. We'll see how it goes. There are things going on, I should say, but firstly, how are you? Genuinely, I hope you're well. If not, please know that you can tell me. I want this to be we're going to be playing the game for about 30 minutes, and 15 minutes of this is going to be me chatting about the game. But honestly, I also really want to know, how is everything going on with you? Let me know. Currently, I am out in the garden. There's building work going on next door, which you might be able to hear wee bits and bobs of. There's a house next door where there's a couple of cats where I might be taking care of them next week. And honestly, the people next door said to me, "Oh, do you want to help take care of the cats?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, you know what? That gives me a reason to get out of the house, to go outside, not massively outside, but just to have a wee walk." Do you know what I mean? What else can I talk about? I am Bez. I hope you're well. If you have any questionably quick questions, then feel free to chuck them in. And I guess I'll say that those are my links at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching, let me know. Where are you? What time is it? Here it is London. Not London, Ontario, but London, England, UK. 4:04 is the time here. Now, give me a moment, and I do apologize. What I am playing today is a prototype Dinosaurs of Spicy Pies. I am going to be playing a solo game. I have some dice, can you see my dice? Can you see my dice? Can you see my sexy dice? Yep, I've got all these dice that used to be part of a different prototype. This one represents fish. The red ones represents meat. The green ones represent veg, and the yellowish ones represent spice. I am going to be rolling all of these dice every turn and hopefully showing them on this top-down camera, which I need to activate still. I'm going to be putting them into grids, 3x4, 4x4, and 3x4, 3x3, 3x4, and 4x4. And also, this is me totally experimenting with the solo mode. So we will just have to see how it goes. Okay, so getting my phone working so that I can hopefully stick it in and get this involved. Again, this is why this is the first ever episode of this new show, and it's not off to a good start, let's be honest. Yeah. All the things going on. All the things. That's what my phone looks like. I am allowing it to enter, and there we go. Whoops. I do apologize. There we go, muting the mic, and hopefully can I get it? You are seeing all the backstage things going on. There we go. Okay. And I will actually can I lower this a wee bit without making everyone dizzy? Again. This is the first show, and there are some issues, but that is the way, and hopefully you won't mind these. I hope that it might entertain. Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies is the name of the game. Okay, there we go. So, there is a much nicer sheet that I will print out, but all I need to do is a 3x3, 3x4, 1, 2, and a 4x4. Okay, there. I've got my 4 pies. These represent the pies. Why is it not updating? Oh, camera's frozen. That's not good. Yeah, this is all the technical issues. This is... Okay, I think it's back. Okay, so this is the small pie, this is the medium pie, this is the big pie. Each turn, I am going to roll these dice. And the numbers on the dice do not affect what they are. The colors of the dice do that. The numbers of the dice affect how you can get them. Again, so many apologies. There's 5 ways that you can take a die. Either you can take the big ones, which would be the 4, 5, or 6. So here you would get 6 of the dice. You could take the small ones, which would mean the 1, 2s, and 3s, which clearly might be I'm going to be honest here. There's only one sensible move. You want to go for the big ones. And hello, Flo. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. This is the first ever Playful Shenanigans. I'm outside for reasons and having tech troubles, but I hope that you are generally well. I'm just starting off to explain this game, Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies. If you are willing to draw things, then it's a game of drafting dice, trying to maximize how you place these resources. So this is spice, veg, fish, meat. Green is veg, yellow is spice, blue is fish, and red is meat. And trying to score in the four major ways, but I'll explain it, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to play it. If you do, then great. If you don't, then, you know, I'll play it by myself, and it's all good. But it's lovely to have you here anyway. So I could, each turn I get one of these five options. So big is 4, 5, 6. Small is 1, 2, 3. Odd is 1, 3, and 5. Even, here I would get the 6 and 2. I would also get any 4s that come up. Finally, there is one option where I can choose different. So this is a special dinosaur. So all of these are your collection dinosaurs. The different dinosaur means that you can choose up to 6 dice, but every die that you choose has to be different. So it's not, so as opposed to the other 4, where you get literally everything that matches that criteria, different, you have to pick. Now, how do you score in this game? That's a great question. I'm glad I brought it up. Maybe I'm not as bad as and I do apologize for my terrible. There's a bit of nerves, I'm not going to lie. And you think, oh, why is Bez nervous? It's like Bez has streamed 370 times, but yeah, House in the Garden, New Time, it's all like wizzy, it's all. Anyway, so one of your pies, you think about the meatiest pie, and you multiply that with the spice. So you're going to have 4 things. You're going to have the meat, the spice, the fish that I put like that, and the veg that's like that. So you score the meat times spice in one pie, the fish times spice in another pie, and the veg times spice in a third pie. Now, that is pretty much it, but there's one final thing which we're still trying to work out how many points this should be. You get some number of points of a veg plus a fish plus a meat. I couldn't think of a good symbol for meat, so I'm just putting little m's. And that equals, I think we said that 10 was too many, but I'm going to stick with 10 for now. So yeah, that's basically it. You look at the number of sets in each pie, multiply that by 10, look at your meatiest pie, your fishiest pie, and veggiest pie. And that's it. Does that make sense? Have I done even a passable job of explaining? Probably not, I'm going to be honest. But I am going to start going through it, and hopefully you'll get an idea. So, I'm playing the game, and Dinosaurs Love Spicy Pies is the name. And for playtesting reasons, I am going to write 1613, just out of curiosity to see how long it took me. So we've got... Oh, there's one important note. If you are playing along, you can't just use any of these 5 actions whenever you want. Once you've used one of these actions, and I'll just actually draw a little thing. Once you've used one of the actions, you can't use it again until you've used basically everything else. And there's one more rule, which is when you pick up when you refresh all your actions when there's only one left, so you already have a choice. And sorry for the movements of camera. So once you've done one of everything except for one, then it refreshes and you get a wild thing, which can be anything you want. And so Flo, that's totally fair, and I will make myself smaller, so hopefully there, and hopefully it will make sense. Okay, so I'm thinking, what do I want? I'll tell you what I want. Oh, and we're still not sure. This is again a prototype, but I'm thinking that the game finishes once you've gone 2 times through all your actions. So you're going to get 8 turns basically. This is a quick game, 8 turns. Okay, I'm going to go with the meaty pie. Or should I go with the veggie pie? Or should I go with different? Should I go with different? This seems like a good time to go different. Um, I think I am going to go different. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my difference card. So I made a wee mark there to show that I've used the difference. I'm going to choose the veg, and you get to put everything into only one of the pies. So let me put this into one. So I'm putting in 5 things. Let me put in the veg. There's one more rule that I forgot. You're not allowed to have the same ingredients next to itself. So you can't put spice to spice next to spice. You can't put meat next to meat. So you can't put fish next to fish. You have to mix up your pie thoroughly. And so, yep, doing that. I'm taking the spice from here. Let's put spice in the sides. I'm taking the spice from the 5. So I'll take that on the sides. I'm taking the fish from the 4 and the meat from the 6. So that's fish and meat. And I don't think it matters too much where they go. So here, I'm already scoring 10 points for a set. Also, I'm thinking this is going to be my fishy pie. So ideally now I want 1, 2, 3 more fish and 1 more spice, maybe? Oof, darn, I should have put the meat in here. Oh, it's a roll and right. You can't go backwards. That's the thing, you know, making bad decisions. It's what it's all about. Oh, wow, check out all of these 6s. This is ridiculous, but you saw me roll it. Well, obviously, I'm going to go with the big dice here. So, yeah. I get to choose all of these if I want, but I don't have to place them all if I don't want. Now, I'm thinking meat. Meat is where it's at. I want to put meat into here because this is the biggest pie. It's got the most space for the meat. And so let me definitely take my 3 meat. Let me definitely take my 2 spice. Okay, so I've got that. And if I want, I could take the veg and the fish as well. I am going to definitely take the fish because that helps me make sets. And I am also going to take a veg, but no more. I mean, there's no point in having more veg than fish. So although I could put another veg and then hope to get to fish later. No, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to skip the last veg. Okay, round number 3. Okay, so got the 1s, got the 2, got the 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, I kind of wish I'd left a different card for now. Again, I've already used it, so I can't use difference again. My choices are small, odd, or even. I like the sound of odd because that is giving me the 5s and the 1s, and that would actually be good for vegginess or fishiness. I might want to start on my veggie pie at this point. Starting on my veggie pie seems like a good choice. 1, 2. Yep, I'm going to go odd. So I've chosen odd. I'm going to go spice, veg. Do I choose the meat? So in my mind, I know these are the ones I've selected because again, so I've got the spice and the veg. Bearing in mind I can't put thing next to itself, I'll go spice, and then meat and fish are going to go here. Yes. Let's put the 1 meat and 1 fish, because again that is helping me make a set. Stretchy time, stretching from left to right. Okay, 4th round. And after this round, I should be half finished. So I am on track to be about half finished. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3. Okay. Wow. Again, that's an incredible spread. I wish I had. Hey, maybe I chose it badly. Okay, so there's definitely more things in the small, and actually small seems pretty good because I've got the veg here, I've got the spice here, and I could, yeah, just fill that up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the spicy, spicy. Remember, you can't put the thing next to itself, but diagonal is okay. I've got the veggie, and I've got one meat if I want it. So the question is, if I get the meat, then I have to get a fish and a spice here to maximize my points. So I think that seems achievable. Although I also want fish, and I think it's okay. Although if I don't take the meat, then I'm allowing myself to have potentially a spice and two veg later on, or two spices and a veg. So I'm going to not take the meat because remember, it's only for a full set that you get. So to clarify, the colors represent what they are. So green. The green ones are veg, yellow ones are spice, red ones are meat, and blue ones are fish. The numbers are just how you take them. So each turn you do one of these 5 actions. So numbers represents how you take them, colors represents what they are. Does that make sense? And yeah, this scribble is a spice, this is a veg, this is a fish, and M is for meat. Does that kind of, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so now I realize that I could have actually done a little 1, 2, 3, but that is the end of the round. That's the end of the first half of the game. I've drawn a line, and now I get one wild card. So I've got to think about this carefully. What wild card do I want? I'm fairly sure I want more fish in here. Yep. I definitely want more fish in here. So now I'm hoping for a spice. A cat just jumped onto the table, if anyone's wondering. If you would like me to show the cat, then put in a request and I will show the cat. Or the cat might actually just come in front. Hello, cat. Come on. Hey, there's a cat. Always show the cat, says Flo. Oh. Hello, cat. How do I make it bigger? Oh, I'm sorry, the cat's. I don't want to bother the cat, but yeah, the cat's just now gazing at me. Actually, you know what? We will have an interruption. We will have a momentary interruption. Oh, the cat doesn't want to be shown. I was going to go and sit with cat. I think it's Curtis. Yeah, Curtis from next door. I do apologise that I wasn't quite fast enough to show the cat, but back to the game. Yes, wild card. I added fish. Now I'm ready for round 2. Okay, 1, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, and 6. Interesting. So a lot of odds, which makes me think that I should just pick the odd. That seems like a no-brainer. Now I need to decide which of these resources I actually want to choose. So yeah, remember, you don't have to choose everything if you don't want to. It might be, wow. I probably should gather these bits of paper. I do apologize. Next time I come outside, I will pick up a paperweight. I will put these cards on there. Okay, so what the only thing because I chose the odd gathering system, I can take anything except for the 6. So in theory, I've got access to 2 meats, 2 veg, 1 fish, and 2 spice. Now, oh, this was a terrible choice. Why did I do that? I need to put down two fish. Why would I choose such a thing? Okay, so here I'm going to at some point have a fish and spice, and the second fish will probably be my wild card from the end of the game. Here I could very nicely finish this one up. Um, I could definitely what with two spice, two veg. I think I'm going to go for the meat one. With this embarrassment of riches, two meat, two spice, and another veg and fish. And I'll put the veg here, and I mean fish here even, and veg. Okay, so that's given me that many sets. Now, next turn. I might be filling this up a little bit too quickly. 4, 5, 2, 5. Going left and right and up and down, and all the dice are rolled around. Okay, so I've got all the numbers except for one. 5 seems pretty strong. I might go for that one. Yep, you know what? I am going for the fish. That's what I need. Or should I? Yep, I'm going. Should I go for different? Meat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that could be ideally 6 times 6. So I'm going to go for different, which allows me to pick one of each color as long as they're all different. And I'm going to choose a spice from here. A spice number 4. And meat from the number 3. And that is that one full. Okay, so I am actually... I've got 2 more turns. So I'm actually probably going to come out about perfect. Maybe this game's a bit too easy, I don't know. Oh, shoot, I just remembered I meant to have that banner over there for the credits. Okay. I'm going to go for the small one this time, or should I go for the big one? And I could go for odds. Yes, odd seems very nice because I've... Yep, I'm going to go for odd. Oh, I can't do odd. I guess I'm doing small. Or... Yep, I'm doing small. Because small allows me to have access to the blue, which is fish, and yellow, which is spice, which is what I really need. And blue fish, and this one spice. And now all I'm waiting on is one fish, which I will get as my second wild card of the game. This is the final turn. Final turn. And I've got all the 6s. Wow. And all the 3s. 6, 6, 6, 6. 4, 3, 3, 3. I am going to choose big, because then I can choose yellow, which is spice, yellow, which is spice, and green, which is veg. Because again, remember, big allows me to choose any dice with a 4, 5, or 6 on it. So I'm going to draw a veg, a spice, and another spice. So that is the end of the game, and I move them away, get to the last wild card, which is the fish in the middle. Hopefully you are able to see that. I do apologize if you can't. My internet seems to be not ideal. But yeah, so what is my meat times spice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 36 points. Fish times spice is 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4 is 12. Veg times spice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 25. That seems pretty good. And now finally, look at the sets in all the pies. So here I've got one set. Veggie, meaty, fish. Why is it not updating? veggie meaty fish in the small pie. I've got one set in the little pie, veggie meaty fish, and I've got two sets in the big pie, veggie meaty fish, veggie meaty fish. So that's four sets total for 40 points, and that makes up 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 113 points. Seems like a pretty good score. I have played this a few times before, obviously, and that hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that took me up to the half hour, and our idea with this is that you would almost have different objectives and different scoring methods as you go through the game. And yeah, this is kind of level 2. Level 1 is super basic, but this is level 2 where it kind of, you want to play a few games of it hopefully, but then there'll be a level 3, and I'm not quite sure what level 3 is yet. Also, if you're playing multiplayer, then in theory there's a idea about getting points if you finish a particular pie before other people, but I'm not sure how that's going. Please let me know if you're watching how the video is, because I think it's showing me as frozen and all sorts of stuff. But if anyone's watching this during the show or after the fact, you can totally join in, compare scores or whatever. Again, it is a 3x3, 3x4, and a 4x4. I drew that last one too big. And we have big, small, odd, even, and different. And the scoring, remember, it is fish times spice, veg times spice, and meat times spice, and then finally the fish, veg, and meat times 10 equals. Okay, thank you for letting me know. So, if you're wanting to play along, then let me know and I will try and make sure I don't go too quickly. If you're not wanting to play along, then that's totally okay. And if you're watching after the fact, then obviously it's down to you to pause the video. So, the theme is we are sending out our dinosaurs to get all these lovely ingredients for the pies. But so this is kind of where the ingredients happen to turn up. Some days the and hello Slivers. And it's lovely to have you. Thank you for joining. And yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for keeping me company. And Flo, that is totally okay. Enjoy watching or listening. And yeah, so I am thinking, okay, again, it's all about the fish. Oof. Like there's 4 evens, there's 4 odds, there's 4 big ones, there's 4 small ones, and there's 4 different. So maybe I go with the veg. I don't know. I'm going to go with the veg. That gives me 2 veg and a. There we go. 2 veg and a bit of spice. Wasn't happy with that roll. Oh, nice. All the 6s. Boom. And the 5 and the 4. Well, this is going to be a big dinosaur going out and getting all those big ingredients. Okay, so I've got basically everything except for that one little veg. Okay, let's see. So because I've got so many, it makes logical sense for me to put it into the big thing again. I'm going to go with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I don't think it makes sense which square I start on, but I've got 3 meat, 1, 2 spice. I will do the veg and the fish. Wow, that is really quickly filled up. Okay, we've got 6, 6, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, and 1. Are different dinosaur. It's like okay, so things and spiciness. I'm quite keen to get the spice with the veg. Odd. That's not too good. I've got some quite a this is okay. I'm back apparently. Okay, great. Anyway, so do I go? Yeah, different seems like the only one that's different is the only one that's giving. Oh, I could go small as well. Now I'm going for or ooh, go for small and put it into the meaty. Ooh, I could put it into the meaty. Yeah, I could put it into the meaty pie. Yes, let me put it into the meaty pie and let me make the meaty pie even better than last time. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the small stuff, which means that I ignore that. And so I get 2 spice, boop, 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 and a veg. But I'm going to ignore the veg, and that's going to be it. Okay, and that was my small dinosaur going up. Hello, Runa. It is lovely to see you. I hope you're generally well. I've decided that on Tuesdays and Thursday and Friday and Saturday, I am also going to stream at 4 p.m. Potentially just a solo game, potentially like a board game arena thing with people if they want to join in. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect time to do a different dinosaur. Well, I'm not even going to think about it. And yep, this is the game that myself, Rita Modal, and his Creole designed. And I'm thinking, okay, I've got access to. Well, I've not even started on the small pie. Maybe this is a terrible choice, but I am going for these things. I'm going for 3 meat and 2 veg. 2 spice. 2, 3 meat and 2 spice. Okay, having done that, now you can see there's only one option. Oh yeah, I'm reading again in like 3.5 hours. Yeah, on Tuesdays I am streaming. Yeah, on Tuesdays I'm streaming 3 times, which is kind of what. Yeah, this is kind of like the end of my day, and then that's my evening anyway. So I've got a wild card, and I'm popping in a meaty thing here just to finish that off, because otherwise I'd have to waste an entire turn filling in that one square. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just making my streams shorter, Yeah. 666. Mark of the devil, some people say. But let's not focus too much on that. Oh, wow. All the big ones. Okay. Do I go for the evens? Even would be nice because then I get a fish. Even would be actually really nice. I'm going for even. Okay, so now where do I put it? Do I put it into the small pie? Do I start the fishy pie? Or do I work on the veggie pie? And I've only got this turn and then 3 more. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm going to... I'm going to continue the... Let me actually calculate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. But if I do 1, 2, 3, that would be 30. So here I actually want diversity, arguably. So here is... Okay, so maybe... Yeah, maybe... Although I would only get 20... Yeah. There, unless I used free act... I am going to... Because I've got access to the spice right now, I am going to grab the... Yeah, veg and spice. That's what's... Oh, can't do that. Cannot put... that's a spice. Let's pretend I didn't make that mistake. That's a spice. I get 2 spice. And I get 2 veg. Boom, ba boom. That's a spice. So... Do I completely ignore the meat? Do I take 1 pair? I think I am going to take 1 pair and see how it goes. And go with a meat in here. Okay. Now, oh my gosh, maybe I filled it in too quickly. Oh no, wait, that last one will take a bit of time. 6, 6, 6, again, 5, 5, 3, 3, and 2. Okay, I am going to go with the big stuff and just puts in a fish. I'm going to give up on the fishiness. I'm going to put in a veg and a meat. That's all I'm going to do. That was with the big dinosaur. So remember, the action that I choose here determines dice I get. The color of the dice determines what ingredient type they are. And I get 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, another 3, and a 6. Ooh. Well, I guess I'm going with the small ones then. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going with the small ones, but then the question becomes, do I fill this one up? Or do I do that? So here, what do I actually need? Ideally, I want 2 veg and a spice, and then this will be done. But how likely is that compared to a fish, veg, and meat? I'm going to go with the fish, veg, meat. Whoops, I can't do fish there. Let's say that that's a veg. And... oh, I messed up. Oh, I met... oh... 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 Can I pretend... Will you all... oh, I know this is really frowned upon, but I'm going to call this meat up at top. And that's... and I'm taking both the veg. So I did... there is an asterisk above this game because I did kind of cheekily, halfway through the same turn, admittedly, I did put some meats here. Okay. This is the final roll of... oh my gosh. I made some terrible choices. This is the final roll of the game. I am disappointed with myself slightly. But not too disappointed. You know, we have to be kind to ourselves. And yeah, it's just a game. That is it. Okay. So... sorry about the building work next door. So the question is, do I go for... can I... I can't even do So I could finish this one for an additional 10 points. I could do that. Or I could, how many more points would I get if I do this one? 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4. That's currently 12. But if I get 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 24. So that's an additional 12 points. So I want to go into the bigger pie. So I am going to take the, oh, odd? No. Oh, I can do different. That's okay. I can do different. And then with the different, I get a spice from number 1, a veg from number 2, and another veg from number 6. And that's the end of the game, because there's only one option left, and I could do a wild card, but yep, I guess I can do a fish. I really should have done a spice in here. That was a terrible choice. If only I'd done a spice or 2 spice. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I just realized there is 0 spice, so the fish scored 0. I will see how it goes. Do you have to use only 1 pie per roll? Yes, you can only use 1 pie. You can only put it in 1 pie. You can't be working on multiple pies at once. So my fish, and I've got no spice at all. That's, yeah, 0. Sad times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4 is 24 for the veg. Meat, I scored more on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 times 6. That's 48. And now for the sets. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sets. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I don't think I've done as. So 12 and 8, 10, 112. Last time I got. Wow! That's really interesting. Last time I got 113. This time I got 112. I am astonished by how close that was. So, yeah, meat. Last time I got 36. This time I was really concentrating on the meat. I got loads more. Fish I completely ignored. But this time I think I could, if only I had put 1 spice, then I would have gotten 1, 2, 3 times 1. I would have gotten 3 points. I would have gotten 115. Oh my gosh. Can I go over the scoring again? Yes, 100%. Okay. So technically, you choose a pie for the fish. You don't have to do small pie for the fish. And I know Ritan says don't always put the small pie in the don't look. There is an asymmetry of distribution. So looking at the game, there's 1 die for the fish, there's 2 dice for the veg, 2 dice for the spice, and 3 dice for the meat. So intellectually, it makes sense to have the meat in the big pie, veg in the medium pie, and fish in the small pie, but you aren't forced to do that. Do you get what I mean? So, fishy pie. Fish times spice, and this was not spice, this was meat, because I decided to do meats, if you remember. And I even had a takesy-backsy, which was very naughty of me. But, yeah, if I had, I did not, but if I had, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If instead of a fish, I had put a spice, I would have scored 2 more points. If instead of this fish, imagine if this one here, if this one that I've just circled had been a spice, then I would have scored 2 times 1 for 2 points, but I didn't. Anyway, next you look at your veg, you submit 1 veg pie, and oh, wait a minute. I just realized my fish is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I'm allowed. So this is a question that myself and Rita and Tiz had, because bear in mind this is a prototype. Do you have to put 3 different pies in for these 3 different contests, or can you submit 1 pie for the same thing? Because this seems wrong to me. I don't think I should be allowed to say this fish here is 1 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because then there's only one fish and six spice. That feels wrong. I think it should be a different pie for each one. Anyway, so for the veggie pie, I chose this one, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 veg. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 spice, and 6 times 4 is 24. Then we've got the meaty one, which is where I was all about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spice, and the M's are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, made 48. And that is the main scoring. The final scoring is how many sets do you have? I thought that was just going for filling in sets, which seems like a reasonable idea. But I think you actually need to have a bit of both. That's what I've realised. That for the fish pie, I need to have a bit of fishiness and spiciness, and also maybe 2 sets might be the best way to do it. I'm still not sure, which is a good sign, but I think that 2 sets might be optimal. And then here, I had fish, veg, meat, fish, veg, meat for 2. Here I have fish, meat, and veg, so it's mainly veggie, but there's a little bit of. And here I have fish, veg, meat. So that is 4 sets total. 4 times 10 is 40, and 24, 48, and 40, if I did my sums correctly, is 112. Yes, I believe it is 112. And so that is my final score. I'm feeling generally good about that. And the idea that Rita and I had, and we kind of discussed this quite a bit whilst Tiz wasn't around, is that there would be like some sorts of crazy rules. And tomorrow morning we're going to meet up again to go over this. I actually wanted to see, would this work solo? And I think it does. I think, it works fine solo. And, the fact that I was able to go for 2 quite different strategies. And yeah, here I just had, but yeah, there's definitely enough for maybe 1 or 2 games in this level. And then the idea is that kind of inspired slightly by my City and other legacy games, but very much inspired by Friedman Freeze and Fabled Fruits and stuff like that. We're going to have some cards, and so each round might be, okay, this round there's a new rule twist or something, and hey, if you enjoy this, or if you're wanting to keep playing, then keep playing over this one. Oh man, I kind of already promised to raid thingy, Spielwerks, but I will bear that in mind for next week. Next week I will do that, because I think I've raided Duchess once before, but yeah. But yeah, that is the end of the game. Let me actually make myself bigger. And yeah, I've done what I set out to do. No. You're not being a silly goose. I really appreciate the suggestion. You're much appreciated. You're much loved. And also, let me give just realised I've not done a wee shout out to Runa Elinor. I don't actually know how to pronounce your surname, but Elinor, or. Anyway, so please, and also, yeah, like definitely check out Runa. Runa does like all sorts of crafting. Eleanor, okay, and if you have any other quick questions for me, then please feel free to ask me. If you have any things that you want to bring up, then please do so. Let me actually look at my banners. So I want to say recap, wrap up. So firstly, yep, I played this game. I played it twice. I feel like it works solo. That's what I'm thinking. The fact that I tried 2 divergent strategies. I'm going to have a wee bit of a ponder on my own time, think about what the mathematical, theoretical maximum is, but then also I'll think about some crazy ideas for rules twists and try to bring that to the discussion tomorrow. with myself and Rita. If you want to check me out, then of course that's all my links at the bottom. Stuff by Bez basically everywhere. Twitter.com/stuffbybez, Instagram.com/stuffbybez, Twitch.tv/stuffbybez where you're probably watching. YouTube for all the old shows, stuffbybez.com/Discord, redirects to there. And I want to say thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Flo, for keeping me company. I'm really glad to hear that it's been interesting. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Slivers and Runa for popping in. I very much appreciate it. Tonight, we are playing the most like a pineapple. And, I've basically decided that it's going to always be some sort of noun, like a letter W, or the most like a flowering plant. And or the most like a little stick that Bez just plucked up from the ground, or I don't know. And yeah, anyway, we are playing the most like a pineapple, the game of silly debates that don't matter, and I'm hoping that McCall and Molly might join us, and also hoping that Ilka, loser, might join, which will be a lot of fun because Ilka is amazing at improv, so that will be lots of fun. And quite exciting to have a new guest. And of course, as always, if you want to get involved on video, you totally can. Like, I know maybe it's not your thing, but if you ever thought, hey, I want to be on video then and chat, then that is totally okay. Or you can type in your comments from the things. Anyway, if you've got anything else you want to say, then please do so. For my next streams, I am streaming at 8 p.m., which is in about 3 hours. I am streaming the most like a pineapple, and feel free to share, spread the word. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. UK time, I am going to be developing this a wee bit more with Rita and Tiz, and yeah, I'll probably continue to play this sometime solo. It was actually quite nice. It was actually worked better in the garden than I was worried about. So thank you again so much for well, you will be able to give your argument. And if I forget that that's going to be one of the topics, then remind me. And yep. So, Spielworks, hopefully they are already streaming. I think that Spielworks starts at 4:45, which is a weird time, but hey ho. Yep, Spielworks is already streaming, so I'm going to raid Spielworks and feel free to copy paste part or all of that message. And for now, that is the end of the show. So lots of love, good vibes, have a wonderful day, and for now, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. And bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye, Aruna. Bye bye, Flo. Bye bye, anyone else watching. Bye bye, future people who might watch this in the future. Bye bye, everyone. And yeah, that's it. That's the end. Yeah, end broadcast. Bye bye, Runa.